Okay, good evening everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar tonight. This is the Fonkoze webinar, and we have a few folks on the line already, but we were expecting a few others to join, and we will just keep going and have them join us in progress. The webinar will be done in English, but our speakers are both fluent in French and Creole, so if you would prefer to ask your questions in French or Creole at the end, feel free to do that. My name is Jillian Williams, and I'm the project manager for the webinar tonight, working with both Fonkoze and the Haitian Hometown Association Resource Group, who are part of the organizers of the webinar tonight. I would like to introduce the Fonkoze and RG members on the call tonight. We have Dominique Boyer on the line tonight. And we also have Natalie Park and Kathleen Felix. Just trying to... So we welcome Dominique Boyer, who is the Chief Operating Officer for Fonkoze. And prior to her position as Chief Operating Officer, Dominique was Head of Internal Audit at SFF, with more than 20 years of experience in management accounting and external audits for organizations. The presentation is on your screens. I won't go to read through everything there, but needless to say, Dominique is very well suited to her position, and we are very fortunate to have her at Fonkoze. We will also be sharing a copy of the presentation with you after, so that you can also read at your leisure later. We also have on the line tonight Natalie Park, Program Manager for Fonkoze USA. We are also pleased to have Natalie on the line. Welcome to both Dominique and Natalie. Also on the line tonight we have Kathleen Felix, President of the RG, the Haitian Hometown Association Resource Group, and also the Diaspora Liaison and Project Director for Fonkoze. So welcome to Dominique, Natalie, and Kathleen. I would like to now hand over to Dominique, who will make the presentation and webinar to you tonight. Dominique, please go ahead.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. It's really a pleasure for me, to host that presentation. And as you can see in the slides, Fonkoze was founded, 20 years ago by Father Joseph Philippe and several grassroots organizations. Really, the goal was to build a financial institutions, for the poor. Father Joseph was always dedicated to an overall approach, to poverty alleviation, saying that you can hand a woman a loan and walk away from her, but you must accompany her on her journey out of poverty. That's why Fonkoze became a financial institution that also teach women to read, provide them with business skills and health programs, and reach out to women too poor to utilize, to use a credit or savings product. Okay. When Father Joseph launched his dream 21 years ago, there were only 5 employees, 1 branch, and really about 50 members. The Fonkoze family, its vision, it's Haiti where people are standing together, shoulder to shoulder. This is what that means, in Creole, Fonkoze. Have pulled themselves out of poverty. And Fonkoze is a family of organizations that work together to provide financial and non-financial services to empower Haitians, primarily women, to live their family out of poverty. As you can see, this is the map of Fonkoze today. We have 45 branches and more than 60,000 borrowers, close to 200,000 savers, and 2,000 credit centers. I'm sure that you're going to ask, what is really, a center? And a center is really, the soul of Fonkoze work. And this is, as you can see, this is a typical Fonkoze center meeting in rural Haiti. And our growing core credit program, Solidarity Lending, women are organized into group of 5 to receive the loan and support one to each other. And 5 to 10 of this group come together twice monthly into what we call a solidarity centers. Like you see here, this is really, what we call a center meeting. Okay. But these centers can be miles away from a branch, but it is basically where it all happened. Clients gather together to pray, to sing, to network, to speak with the loan officer, and also, to repay their loans. We have 2 meetings on a monthly basis. The second meeting, the first meeting, the second monthly meeting, it's more social. And it is where clients might receive training in financial services, screening for cervical cancer, or vitamins for their children. This network of branches and centers is the most valuable assets of Fonkoze. Jillian? Here, you might mention that it's what a typical center looks like. And this gives you some idea of the life of a Fonkoze loan officer. Those loan officer has to cross a lot of miles and cross rivers in order to get to the centers. The centers, Fonkoze has a unique, organizational structure. As you can see, we have Fonkoze USA. The Fonkoze USA is doing, due diligence, fundraising, tax deductions, communications. It's really, and you have the Fonkoze USA. It was founded in 1997 by U.S. citizens and Haitians Americans who were encouraged by the vision of Fonkoze in Haiti and wanted to advance its bold missions. Fonkoze USA raised funds to support the mission, leverage technical assistance for the work in Haiti, and they accompany also potential donors and social investors to the field, provide due diligence and tax deductions for donations. And they serve also as the public relations and communication wing of the entire family outside of Haiti. This is the role of Fonkoze USA. You have also the Fonkoze Foundation. Fonkoze Foundation is the founding institution of the Fonkoze family. It is Haitian, and it's where all the non-financial services of Fonkoze are carried out. And you have Fonkoze Financial Services. This is the financial services arm of all the family. Okay, Fonkoze, Janine? I'm going to talk a little bit, more, like concerning the Haitian institution. You have the Fonkoze Financial Services. Okay, the Fonkoze Financial Services is a microfinance institutions, with a double bottom line. It's aimed to leave family and individual in Haiti out of poverty while operating in a self-sustaining manner. So what Fonkoze Service Financier Fonkoze offer? It's offer full range of financial services at the 45 branches, the map that you see before. We provide the loan product from T-Credit to SME, serving more than 60,000 clients, mostly women. The 60,000, if we have 60,000 clients, we have, I can say, 59 are women, 59,000. And also we have savings account currently serving around 200,000 clients. And we do also currency exchange, transfer services, payroll services, for the area not too close to where we are the only institution providing that type of services. Okay, this is the financial institutions. Now we're going to move for the Fonkoze foundations. Julian? Okay. The Fonkoze foundations work with Fonkoze financial services, to remove barriers that prevent poor people from accessing and using the financial services they need to improve their livelihoods. The foundation program include education program ranging from literacy and numeracy to asset protection and health. And we have Boutique Santé, which is a micro-franchise model that brings health products to rural Haiti while creating business opportunities. And we have also, the program called Chemin la Vie Meilleure, or CLM, which is internationally acclaimed ultra-poor graduation program. And we have various other programs, including, ZAFEN, value chain and identification, and social impact monitoring. Well, for many years, we envision an approach we call the staircase out of poverty. And where we reach out to people wherever they were in the difficult journey out of poverty, providing them with the financial and non-financial services they need to succeed. We continue to reach out to the ultra-poor and to people all the way up to the staircase, including small and medium enterprise. But as we mature and analyze our data, we realize that this staircase out of poverty is not foolproof. We understand that this is not always easy for a successful graduate ultra-poor client to make her way to her first credit. And we understand also that SME lending is very challenging. It doesn't mean that we don't keep trying, innovating, and creating new products. But if our core product is strong, then we have more room to do so. Okay. So really, Solidarity Group is our core program. And as you can see, we have, an example of two clients that we have. Adante Michel. She's a Fonkoze Solidarity Center chief, and also, she's a chief. She's the owner of one of the Boutique Santé, one of the program of the foundations. And Adante, she's from the north of Haiti, a small town called Plaisance, which is near Cape Haitian. And she used to help her mother sell bean oil, rice, and other products in the marketplace. And has this type of business also, it's this small and stable enterprise was often not enough, for Adante mother to keep her family, healthy. So Adante, she started when she was old enough, she started her own business. And she started with a loan of $75, 7 years ago. And now Adante she's receiving a loan of $1,000 US. Okay. And Adante is part of the structure of Fonkoze, which is the center chief. The center chief she's the one in charge of the centers where you have those group people inside. Now she not only she's the center chief, now she has she's part of the program where the boutique center where she can. It's one of the Fonkoze, the foundation innovative new program, and boutique santé, which is the community health store. Okay. And that boutique santé is a micro-franchising initiative that expand access to health products and basic basic health services to rural and hard-to-reach area of Haiti. This is extremely important when you live in a mountainous rural area and the first real health care is very far away. So I don't think any other boutique center owner they have small store that sell product like antiparasitic medication or rehydration treatment, sanitary pads, and eyeglasses. But the foundation is really manage the supply chain and registers nurses to provide them with training in basic health services, okay, such as administering over-the-counter health products, screening children for malnutrition, and offering also counseling. Identity occasionally receive call from community member in the middle of the night to see if a child with a very high fever. But she is very, very proud of her leadership and the services she is providing to her community. And we have, another client also called Ludena Hilaire. She's one of our business development clients. Okay. And Idna also, she's from a small town, near Cape Haitians also. She's from Lembe. And it's the same story for Ludna, she started a small business selling rice, bean, and bread. But she found out, selling bread was the most profitable. So she decided to form, what we call a solidarity group of 5 women and join Fonkoze. And Ludna also first loan was $80. Yeah. And she bought, some 3 bags of flour and rent a store bakery oven in her town in Nembe, near Oka. But, very soon she see that, the demand, was depassed, her expectation. And her small baking, business grew to include cosmetic and other items. Now, Ludna, she's with Fonkoze for the last, 7 years. Now she has a loan of $1,550. She has graduated for Solidarity because, it's the staircase that you see, you can graduate. She graduated from Solidarity Lending Program and now she's a business development client. She rent her space, and I think, everyone in the community rely on her store. And for the less fortunate, she allowed them to purchase items. She even provide credit to some clients. With the income from her business, she was able to buy land for agriculture. She even buy a pickup, truck, cattle, and goats. And she explained that also that this purchase hours after 7 accounts serve as a cushion of asset and fund in case of emergency. Now, Ludna, she's in a better position, to provide, for her family. Now, her and her husband to provide for her family. Okay. So, Jillian, okay. So this is, what is Fonkoze family is, and if you want to engage, and with the Fonkoze family, you can see it for yourself. You can, if you want to have more information about, what we're doing, you can always, find us, at the Fonkoze since now we have, in place, some structure, and I think, after 21 years, and, doing what we're doing in terms like, serving those clients at the center, I think now what we try to do is really, develop, some new product for our clients and see, how we can improve our product also for the clients. This is for our side. And also we try to reach a little bit, more clients in terms like, providing the financial services. Now we're working with some organizations, like mobile banking. Also, we're looking at for the mobile banking. With that, if we can reach more clients, that will help also, to focus on the interest rate that we want to focus for the next for the year coming. But for this year coming, it's more focusing like to develop, to start, looking at developing new product for our clients. That those products should respond to the need of our clients.
This is Natalie Park. I'm with Fonkoze USA. So maybe I can speak a little bit to the foundation as well as to Fonkoze USA. I just had the privilege of attending the foundation's board meeting, and so I got to learn about their 9 strategic points for the upcoming 5 years. So I'll speak about 3 of the points that I thought were very interesting to me. The first is that over the next 5 years, they hope to reach out to an additional 5,000.
Natalie?
Yes, can you hear me?
Natalie, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the sound is not very good. You keep going in and out. Can you maybe move closer to your microphone or put your volume up a bit?
Sure. I'll try moving closer. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, that's a bit better. Thank you. And I'm sorry to interrupt.
No problem. So I was just speaking a little bit about some of the foundation's goals for the upcoming year. Over the next 5 years, the foundation hopes to reach an additional 5,000 ultra-poor clients. So in the next year, we'll be reaching a percentage of that 5,000. They're also working on developing a program that specifically targets disabled people in Haiti, so that's very interesting for them. The foundation is looking to coordinate more closely with the government, and they're also exploring opportunities to support specific value chains, such as the artisanal value chain in Haiti. For Fonkoze USA, we're going to be supporting the team in Haiti by developing some reports in conjunction with some universities. We're also going to be developing some specific materials about our programs so that people can understand exactly what SFF and the foundation are doing. And finally, I would just say that, as always, we try to more adequately reach out to people who are interested in Fonkoze and people who support Fonkoze.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
Samuel, I believe you have a question. You can go ahead and ask.
Allô?
Yes.
Hello, Samuel. Go ahead with your question.
Oui, est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Oui, je vous entends très bien.
D'accord. Et par contre, mon petit souci, c'est de ne pas pouvoir, je ne sais pas, est-ce que c'est normal, car je n'arrive pas à visualiser. Est-ce que c'est seulement par son? On écoute, mais on ne voit pas. Et normalement, lorsqu'on fait des visioconférences, on peut voir tout le monde, juste pour avoir pour faire une connaissance beaucoup plus large. Mais il n'y a pas de souci, on peut le faire ainsi. Je suis très content de participer à une telle séance de travail avec Fonkoze que je fais connaissance de la part de Madame Kathleen Félix. Je ne sais pas si elle est là. Un petit coucou à Kathleen. Donc,
Je suis là. Merci, Samuel.
d'accord. Depuis lors, j'ai regardé beaucoup à travers les revues, à travers des écrits sur Fonkoze. Et c'est pour ça, de plus en plus, je suis très intéressé. Et quand je suis avec des groupes de femmes dans ma région, et donc, il faut dire que depuis Paris, que je fais connaissance avec Fonkoze et via Kathleen Félix. Donc, on a eu beaucoup de discussions à travers d'autres modes de discussion, surtout en termes d'investissement en Haïti, l'investissement de la diaspora. Mais j'ai regardé lorsque je suis rentré en Haïti, j'ai regardé, j'ai vu le local de Fonkoze qui se trouve à l'avenue Christophe. Et je n'ai pas rentré dedans, mais j'ai compris à travers, bon, j'ai bien écouté vos discussions et ça m'intéresse beaucoup que je continue à comprendre et à faire connaissance avec vous. Sachant que je suis dans une région qui se trouve, c'est la Tibonite. À travers mon ordinateur, j'ai partagé beaucoup de réunions avec les filles, avec les femmes, pardon, qui n'ont pas trop de capacité d'aller dans les banques et qui ont les capacités parce que ce sont des jeunes. Voilà, moi je vais pas poursuivre la discussion, mais j'aimerais bien écouter encore plus afin de comprendre, de faire connaissance et au fur et à mesure, on peut partager des choses ensemble. Actuellement là, comment?
Vous avez une question bien spécifique que vous voulez que je réponde ou quoi?
Non, ma question c'est surtout, je préfère encore écouter encore plus avant même de poser la question. Juste, mon intervention, c'est faire connaissance avec vous. Je vous suis de très près et puis après, au fur et à mesure, je peux poser des questions.
Ok, all right.
Merci.
Mais j'aimerais quand même, Samuel, je sais que tu es toujours très diplomate et que tu prends tu fais beaucoup attention avant d'avancer tes idées, mais je crois que ce serait intéressant, euh, juste pour l'audience et pour Dominique, de savoir que ce groupe de femmes et de jeunes avec lesquels tu travailles, avec l'Artibonite, ça fait un moment quand même que tu es à Petite des Dunes. Tu as quitté la France pour venir t'installer en Haïti et que tu as l'intention de travailler avec ta communauté locale. Et là, maintenant, tu t'intéresses à savoir un peu plus ce que Fonkoze fait et comment éventuellement il pourrait avoir des maillages ou des partenariats. C'est ce que j'ai compris, non?
Effectivement, Kathleen, tu as raison. C'est vrai, je pensais que tu as tout dit. C'est pas que je n'ai pas voulu partager mon point de vue. Et tu as tout dit. J'ai laissé la France et maintenant je suis à des dunes, donc avec un groupe de femmes qui s'intéressent et qui veut vraiment s'impliquer au niveau local. Et de temps en temps, j'ai posé des questions avec Kathleen, que je connais très bien. De temps en temps, on a eu des discussions et je suis très, très gêné de ne pas pouvoir les aider de manière financièrement moi-même. Sachant que c'est un groupe de filles de plus de 60 et ils ont des réunions. Lorsqu'ils ont des réunions, c'est réunions sur beaucoup de thèmes sur la vie courante, mais la question financière, la question de financière, ça vient de temps en temps, car très souvent, ce sont des gens qui n'ont rien à faire, hein, ce sont des jeunes qui laissent l'école, donc il n'y a pas vraiment un encadrement. Et le pire dans ça, ce sont des gens qui ne sont pas trop admissibles au système banquier en Haïti. C'est très délicat. Donc, je cherche, moi, oui, c'est vrai, et Kathleen, je cherche à comprendre comment on peut aider ces femmes-là à travers Fonkoze. Donc, voilà, j'ai partagé beaucoup à Kathleen et je suis un petit peu réservé parce que c'est ma première réunion avec vous. C'est pour ça peut-être j'aimerais bien encore avoir plus
Donc
d'échanges
la
avec
question, excuse-moi, juste pour clore avec ça, et je crois que pour Dominique, la question et pour Nathalie, ce serait de savoir comment on peut continuer ce dialogue après cette présentation. Correct?
Bon, je veux dire, Kathleen peut toujours, je pourrais, en fait, peut toujours me contacter, je pourrais lui faire avoir, je veux dire, mes coordonnées, comme ça il peut me contacter, on pourra continuer la conversation après.
D'accord.
Parfait. Merci beaucoup.
Super.
Maybe I'll
Merci.
just add as well in English that this is Fonkoze USA's role to support communication. So really, we're happy to continue this conversation after the webinar. For any English speakers that didn't catch that, he wanted to know how to continue this conversation after the webinar. Donc, je peux aussi dire en français que le rôle de Fonkoze USA, c'est de communiquer avec les gens qui sont.
We're losing you.
Je dis que le rôle de Fonkoze USA, c'est de faire la communication avec les gens qui donnent le support à Fonkoze. Donc, nous sommes heureuses de continuer cette conversation.
Merci.
Merci.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Samuel. We can move to the next question. We have a question from Hervé. Hervé's question is, what are the challenges to growing the organization? What needs to happen to allow Fonkoze to serve 10 times more the number of clients? I will repeat. What are the challenges to growing the organization? What needs to happen to allow Fonkoze to serve 10 times more the number of clients?
Okay. All right. First, what are the challenges? You know, here is a challenge. There is so many challenges that we have to face. You know, you have instability, political instability. You have, external environment. It's a big factor. But at the same time, also, we want to make sure, like when you give a loan to somebody, it's not, to make his life it's more complicated. So this is why, so before even giving a loan to a client, and this is why what we have in our center, there are some training that we're providing to our clients to make sure that, that client can manage that loan. The thing is, anybody cannot be a businesswoman or a businessman. And you have to, help them, to go through that. So this is why I say in our centers, you have to be careful also, by giving the loan to make sure that person can manage what you're giving. Yes, I can give, a $10,000 good loan or $1,000 a loan to somebody, but can that person manage that loan? Can that person is going to invest that loan? So this is why the solidarity, the training takes some time, to put in place. The centers also, take some time to put in place, because we want to make sure that when we give the loan, we don't give the loan just, to give a loan. We want to make sure that the client can manage the loan. So this is a huge challenge also. And the fact also, this is why I cannot say that, I can come from, it took us more than 21 years, to be where we are today. Serving those clients, because we have to face a lot of challenges, and where we're serving some clients, most of the places we are the only financial institutions in that area, and there is no electricity, there is no, there's a lot of, infrastructure that we don't have. we are the one who have to put all those infrastructures in place, where we service our client. This is the type of challenge, that we're facing with the client. And not only that, also, we are the one who go and collect at the centers. And those centers sometimes can be, like more than 2 hours from the branches where we have our branches. And it's a challenge also, for our loan officer, for our employees, and it's also a challenge for the clients. Because if the clients have to come to our office to make the repayment or to do whatsoever at the branches, sometimes, it would be too expensive for the client to do so. So this is why we bring the services to the clients at the centers. It's a big challenge for you having security also. Sometimes, not only for we have, like, we cannot, sometimes, all loan officers cannot even cross the river to get to those centers. This is the type of challenge that we're facing every day. So, and also, the challenge, doing financial services, to these places, it's very expensive also. I don't know if I answered all your questions, but
that's the first part. The second part of the question, what needs to happen to allow Fonkoze to serve 10 times more the number of clients?
Well, like I said, in order for us to serve more, we will have to invest more for Fonkoze, in order for Fonkoze to reach, some area. Even though that we are already in some area, but Fonkoze will need, we will have to because, to go and look for it, to go and serve those clients, like I just said, it's very expensive. It's very expensive for Fonkoze.
Yeah, maybe if I can just add to what Dominique was saying. I think from the nonprofit perspective, for the foundation and for Fonkoze USA, our biggest challenge is the same challenge that so many nonprofit organizations face, and that is funding, of course. Donor interest in Haiti ebbs and flows. Certainly in 2010, with the earthquake, there was a lot of interest, and Fonkoze received so much support from donors. And, now there's not as much support coming in, which is understandable, but it also means that, for example, all of the laptops and equipment and new supplies that we purchased in 2010 are wearing out, and we need to replace those things, but we don't have the funds to do it. So this is one of the challenges. Now, we're trying to combat this by relying and identifying programs that might rely less on donor funding, like Boutique Santé or some of the value chain programs, so that they can be self-sustaining.
So this is, we have, in February we had a donor conference, and this is one of the things that it was focused, to look for investors, for new investors. Of course, we have also, we received some grants, for some from some clients who want to finance some specific things. We also, have some loans that we have from our investor, from also from some donors. We have some loans also that we receive. But for SFF to continue, he needs, to have some investment. For the foundation, I don't know, Natalie, if you want to add something for the foundation.
Sure. For the foundation and for Fonkoze USA, about half of our funds come from grants. So we have donors like the Kellogg Foundation that provide grants to us, and the other half come from individuals who are generous and give us maybe $10 or hundreds of dollars, and we appreciate all of it.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? Oh, we have one more from Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Does it ever happen that someone does not respect their end of the deal, meaning the business was unsuccessful and that you lose money? And if this happens, how do you deal with such a situation?
Can you repeat the questions for me, please?
Sure. Do we ever have a situation where someone does not respect their end of the deal, meaning that the business was unsuccessful and that Fonkoze loses the money, the loan that they made to that person? And if we do, how do we deal with such a situation?
This is, in terms like, for SFF, this is why we have to deal. It's part of the deal. That's when you have to have provision for that. We try as much as possible. It depends, at which level. For our solidarity people, there is no way that we try as much as possible to try to collect money because we have that what we call peer pressure in terms like it's a group loan, and since you have 5 people inside of the group, most of the time one of them they will try to see if that person can reimburse. Otherwise you don't have no choice. If that person, there is no way that you can and collect that money, and you will have to write off that money. So for those loans that where you are at, like a more a BD loan, which is the individual loan, the approach is a little bit more different. And it depends on the amount we can try, with our legal, try to see if we can collect that money. But there is so little that you can do. Even you take legal actions, there is not a lot that you can do to collect the money. So what we try, this is what we say, that we don't want to grow just to grow. We want to grow, carefully and prudently also. And you have to make sure that the person that you're giving a loan has the capacity and the ability to reimburse the loan. But otherwise, you absorb the loss, and this is why you're making provision for that.
Okay, I think we have a question from Kathleen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was on mute. Dominique and Nathalie, thank you very much. That was a very good wrap-up on Fonkoze on the ground and the great work that you do. Now, since historically the diaspora did support Fonkoze at the beginning, it was the first loan capital came from the diaspora, if I recall well, in '94. Do you think there's still space for the diaspora to get involved now at this stage of Fonkoze, this new chapter of Fonkoze, the growth that you're looking into, the new portfolio? I'm looking at what you're talking about, the centres de santé, those how do you call them? The center boutique santé, voilà. So those boutique santé, where do you see, and I want to see, I have some ideas, but I would like to hear from you, what is it that the diaspora can do at this point to support Fonkoze's work and get involved?
You're talking about the boutique santé, or you know?
Not only that, like all the things that you present to us now, is there specific areas that you see that the diaspora could get involved? You know, could be financially, could be you know, with expertise. How do you see that? Knowing that, you know, there is capacity from the diaspora. We show it like 20-some years ago when we helped at the beginning with the first loan capital. Is there some space where we can mobilize the diaspora to help you achieve one of your goals?
Yes, I think, you know, the diaspora, it's always welcome. You know, like as you know, we're working with some organizations, you know, living, you know, with some diaspora that are living abroad. And the diaspora, it depends of what he's willing to offer. And I think, you know, we'll be more than happy to see, you know, if it's, you know, a fit the Fonkoze missions, that, you know, whatever the diaspora can offer, that I think, you know, it's something that we should looking at it. And, you know, if you're talking about investment, you know, in their area, because most of the time we have people who are interested, like the person that you just talked to, you have a group of women, and he's looking to do something with those ladies. You know, we're more than happy to see, you know, how we can work together. And we're working also with some organizations. I take an example for Bomamit, who's, you know, he has his organizations in the state, and he's looking to see, you know, how he can serve the diaspora in terms like, you know, providing services to the diaspora. As what we're looking with him right now to see, you know, how we can work together in our branch, in one of our branch, to see how he can serve the diaspora while the diaspora is abroad. So this is all kind, and you know, we're working also, you know, with the people in Turkey and Caicos who opened their account with Fonkoze, and we're working very closely with them also. So, you know, whatever, you know, the diaspora, you know, we will be more than happy to see, you know, whatever they can bring, that we would be more happy, you know, to look at it and see how it can fit in our missions and vision also.
Yeah, maybe I'll just add that I think, you know, I focused a bit on our need for resources, but really we need to tell Fonkoze's story because it's a very compelling one. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of anyone who's better at telling the story than Haitians themselves. And so if there are members of the diaspora that are able to help us with outreach and tell people about Fonkoze, that's so valuable to us. And I'll just say that it's on us, too. We need to do a better job of reaching out to the diaspora. One of the things that we're going to be doing in the upcoming year is to be having a greater presence on social media. And maybe that's one way that we can better engage the diaspora. So, yeah, thank you for that question.
Thank you, Nathalie and Dominique. So for me, that was one of the burning questions. I don't know if there's anyone with questions, Julian?
No, we don't have any other questions from anyone. We're beginning to lose folks. If you have any other questions now, please raise the hand on your dashboard, or send me a chat with your question. But in the interim, I would just like to say thank you to Dominique, Natalie, and Kathleen for joining us to tell the story. Oh, we have a question. Brian wants to know when is the next webinar. Actually, we are going to do one before the end of the year again, Brian. So we will have one before December 15th. We will schedule it, but we will make sure to tell everyone about that. I guess these webinars are helpful in telling the story. Like you said, Natalie, we have to do a better job of telling the story and letting people know about the good work that Fonkoze is doing. So thank you for that question, Brian. So thank you, Natalie, Dominique, Kathleen, for
thank you, Jillian.
Thank you for all the attendees taking your time out of your evening to join us. Samuel, thank you. I believe, is Samuel joining from France, or he's in Haiti now?
He's in Haiti now.
Haiti, okay. Thank you, Samuel. I thought you were joining us from 2 or 3 in the morning in Europe sometime. But we appreciate everyone joining and participating. So on that note, we'll say, Samuel, go. Oui. Yes, Samuel.
Est-ce que je n'ai pas encore l'adresse? Vous pouvez m'envoyer l'adresse ou bien le téléphone pour que...
Oui, on va t'envoyer. On va t'écrire. Julien va t'écrire avec les informations.
Ok. Sur mon mail ou bien...
Sur ton mail.
D'accord, ok, merci.
Okay, and so one more thing I'd like to just mention, that a copy of the presentation that we gave today, also the recording from the webinar. This webinar was recorded, and both of those items will be available on the Fonkoze website for you in case you wanted to, there was some part that you wanted to look at again, and also for folks who have missed us tonight, that had planned to join us or that had another engagement. So if you know of anyone who missed us tonight but would be interested, please pass on the message. We do have a recording and a copy of the presentation that will be on the website. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Merci tout le monde. Bonne soirée.
Bye-bye.